questioning whether the fault has been Kyle or Jimmy for the last couple years. And I'm telling you, I really think it's Jimmy. Kyle is not the problem. Kyle can be utilized for some of the blame because he's the play caller, but in all of those fourth quarter games, I don't care if it's the Super Bowl, I don't care if it's the NFC title game, Jimmy Garoppolo still had to go out there and play.
Yeah.
He still had to go out there and get the ball hiked to him. And it was still his errant throws and his lack of being able to put the ball down the field in the right spot that has us in this conversation. I'm sick of hearing the fact that Kyle is not ready to lead us to glory because we've been in these situations 3 times and he hasn't seemed to be able to close the deal. I'm here to tell you the truth, ladies and gentlemen. I believe in Kyle Shanahan. Jimmy Garoppolo is the problem. And now that we're getting all this turnover with the team, you're going to see the different side of Kyle, and I believe we're going to seal this deal. When you got people completely throwing up goose eggs in the fourth quarters, what do you think is going to happen? You got defense out there balling lights out, but you can't get the offense to put up any more points. You can't get the offense to move the ball down the field to even stress the opposing offense so that if they do happen to get the ball back, they're not this close to the end zone. Where's my offense doing the job that they're supposed to do? That's the first take.
Hold on real quick. So Jimmy, three things. Turn down for a second. Turn down. Jimmy, he can't create off schedule. So he's got to be like Peyton Manning or Tom Brady, where he knows where to go with the ball before the snap. He's not like that. He's one of the he has one of the lowest football IQs of starting quarterbacks in the league. He's like Sam Darnold bad. And so he can't read defenses. He doesn't know where to go with the ball. He can't move. And he won't throw the ball down the field. That's a backup. And the fact that the Niners could get such production out of him speaks to Kyle Shanahan. And what I was trying to say the last few years between him and Nick Mullins, they're both backups. The fact that Jimmy Garoppolo wasn't far and away better than Nick Mullins tells you everything you need to know about Jimmy and Kyle. What Kyle can do with backup quarterbacks. Jimmy's a backup. People say he's a solid starter.
No, he's not. There was a time, I believe it was either in 19 or 20, when we had 3 quarterbacks. It was Jimmy, Sudfeld, and the other guy. All 3 of them were of the same playing field to me. They were all equally.
Jimmy, Beathard, and Mullins. Yeah.
Yes. That's who it was. They were all the same quarterback.
Yeah.
That's what needs to happen next year when it's just Trey. We need to get an entire quarterback room that has the same exact skill set. That's
Tyrod
what needs to happen going forward. Yes, exactly. Tyrod Taylor. Yeah. Now, your next take, point number 12. I believe I'm the one that brought it up to you a few weeks ago. I'm like, yo, nobody's going to like this. We need to get rid of George. We need to get rid of George, not because I don't like George. I love George. Yeah. But, again, this is a business, and the greatest coach of all time, this is how he's been in the league for 20 years. I'm get rid of players right when they're at their cream of the crop. And guess what? The reason why so many people are disappointed with what I'm saying right now is because he's that good, which means we can get maximum value for him.
This is an organization. This is an organization that traded Roger Craig, Ronnie Lott, and Joe freaking Montana. So George Kittle isn't off limits. No.
Heck no. George can go, man.
Yeah.
George can go. And for $16 million, and we need some help with the defensive backs, and we need some help on the line. We could use that $16 million and a myriad of other places.
They gave him that $16 million thinking he'd be catching 20% of the targets, averaging like 8-9 yards after the catch per reception. That's not him anymore. He's like, I mean, he's good, not great.
I don't even care. I don't even care that that's not him anymore because the entire scope of the team has changed offensively. Okay.
Yep.
Everybody keeps talking about the fact that George got phased out of the offense. He didn't get phased out. We were utilizing a quarterback who had to get the ball to him specifically because he couldn't put the ball anywhere else.
Right.
We now have other receivers doing their jobs. We now have a running back that can add to the receiving core. We don't need to have a quarterback that gives us balls at the 10 to 15, maybe 20-yard line. That's where your tight end goes. Right. That's where your tight end goes. So no, it's not that George is getting phased out. It's the fact that the game plan is different. And because the game plan is different, we can save that money elsewhere.
Debo surpassed him. Debo does most of the same, everything George Kittle does, but better. So a lot of the things, a lot of the times you'd want to go to Kittle, it's like, well, let's just do it with Debo and get a. Debo averaged more than 10 yards after the catch per. That's a first down.
Yes, he did.
Every time. I mean, it's crazy, man. So sorry, George, don't need you as much anymore. We paying you all this money because we didn't realize how good Debo was going to be, and we didn't realize that you could do a lot of the stuff you do too. Sorry.
And here's the other thing people don't understand about Yak. I believe I brought this point up too before. It's great to have a guy that can get you a lot of yak, but that's not where you want his development, that's not where you want his main accrual of yards to come from. Right. If you get a guy that's great with yak, if you give him the ball in stride, that's damn near a touchdown every time because he's running full force, and that same effort to bring him down, he's off to the races ahead of the guy. The guy can't even catch him.
Yep.
That's what you get.
I mean, are you going to miss Kittle's 5-6 touchdowns a year? No.
Hell no.
He's not that guy. He was the yak guy who also was a great blocker. Now he's a great blocker who's a good receiver who actually isn't even used as much as he probably should be because the Niners have better receivers. Period.
I'd rather see Kyle Juszczyk leading Trey Lance into the end zone, which is essentially what we saw in the beginning of the season.
Yeah. All right, man. I got to take more calls. You killed it, man. Thanks for coming on as always.
Grant, I appreciate it, man. You're the man.
You're the man. Good to see you, Rob.
Likewise.
Peace. Real quick, we got Kajon25 saying, if you trade Kittle and Jimmy, you lose the leadership on this team. Kittle is the team guy to take a pay cut. Gotta keep Kittle. You think Kittle will take a pay cut? Man, he was fighting over every nickel and dime with the Niners a couple of years ago. I disagree.